and talk about something quick that I said I was going to come on and talk about a couple times now. I finally have the opportunity to do so, so here I am. I wanted to talk about the point of focus for people. I know that um, life can get hard. It can be very hard. There are a lot of things that pop up and a lot of different obstacles, but I think it's really important that we understand how powerful we are when it comes to having the ability to actually shift our point of focus. It's not something that we're really taught as we're growing up. It's not something that they talk about in schools, and I really wish they would. And trust me, I have something written out that I hope to have looked at eventually, but just add that to the plate. But I think it's really important that we understand how powerful we are as beings and that we do have the ability to completely shift our point of focus. You know, when there are things that are coming up in our world that are affecting us, whether it be heartache or grief or dealing with just different adversities and a lot of the different things that we see out there that's being pushed in our faces on a regular basis via news outlets. You know, we do have the ability to shift our point of focus and choose what we want to look at. And when we do that, we're freeing ourselves of a lot of pain, and we're freeing ourselves of a lot of the negative feelings and frequencies that are being delivered on a regular basis. Now, I know that there's a lot of individuals that either suffer from depression or suffer from moments of depression. I mean, I think we all experience it to a certain degree. So please understand that I'm not trying to minimize anything, but we do have the ability to shift our point of focus. And the more that we focus on the things that affect us in a negative way, and the more that we focus on the things that hurt us, the more we're going to be presented with different things that hurt us because our thought patterns are going to continue cycling. And that is just something that happens. It's a neurological thing. I mean, our brains are actually some of the most intelligent things that you can possibly imagine, but they can work against us in a lot of ways. And when it comes to neurological patterning, that is one of the ways in which it can do that. So when we learn to actually take our focus and shift it to positive places over and over and over and over again, it gives us the opportunity to help break that cycle. And then eventually it becomes second nature to start looking at the positive aspect of different situations. As a lot of you know, I even just over the past while, you know, my mother has passed away. One of the things that I have done, and I think that can be very helpful for a lot of people, is I have utilized my ability to adjust my point of focus to keep myself in a better place in my heart. I could be, you know, focusing on the end days. I could be focusing on, you know, being in the hospital and, you know, holding her hand while she passes. Or I can choose to focus on the memories. I can choose to focus on the positive things, the beautiful things that she gave me, the lessons, you know, the kind of life that she lived, and like the way that she told different racist people in like the 1950s and 60s to go piffle up a gum tree is what she'd say. You know, like focus on the things that warm my heart to soothe my spirit. And I do that all the time, and we all have the ability to do that. You know, it's like, okay, oh, like just as an example, someone loses their job. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. And here it starts. It goes, you know, I lost my job. Now I can't have this, and I don't have this, and I'm not going to have this, and I'm going to lose this, and I'm going to lose that, and I'm going to, you know, you have the ability to jump in that cycle and be like, okay, I was given a new opportunity to find a new direction. So, okay, I lost my job, but I'm going to find a new direction. I'm going to feel good about this. I'm going to find something that I really love. I'm going to find something with more money. I'm going to do something that's bigger. I'm going to do something that's better. You have the ability to shift your point of focus over and over and over again. And it's a really beautiful, powerful tool that we all have inside of us. It's just we need to practice. And it's not something that just happens overnight. You know, overnight, you're not going to go from, you know, a negative mindset to a positive mindset. It's something that is going to require practice. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience, you know, and you're going to have to work with yourself and your mind that has never really been taught how to do that over and over and over again to get to that place. And that's what I wanted to come on and talk about, because there's a lot of heartache in life. There's so much. And I mean, I know it looks like I have a rainbow flying out of my ass all the time, because that's my point of focus. I choose to focus on having a rainbow. No, but it's because I choose over and over and over and over and over again. I choose joy. I choose happiness. I choose to look at the beautiful things in life. I choose to look at or experience the beautiful feelings over and over and over again, and not allow myself to dwell in pits of agony, because it could be that very easy. It's very easy to fall into that, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy for our mind, it's not healthy for our body, and it's not healthy for our spirit. And our bodies do respond to the way that we think. There's a lot of different examples that I could give of people that experience different illnesses as a result of the way that they are thinking. And just, focusing on negative things is going to manifest inside of you some way. It might not be in a day. You might not wake up with a black blotch on your face and have a big bruise because you were thinking negative thoughts, but it is going to manifest inside of you in some way or another. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I want to see people live their best lives. I want to see them fulfilled, and in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, like your journeys. I mean, we are in these little suits for one ride, right? We're here one time like this to live our very best life, and we can't do that when we're focusing on things that hurt, when we're focusing on the injustices in the world instead of focusing on the beauty that can outweigh those injustices. When we're focusing on heartbreak, when we could be focusing on love. There's just so many examples. And I really think that if in fact we were taught this at a young age, and we were taught how beautiful life is and how powerful we are as individuals, that we might see a little bit less of a lot of the things that we do see. Maybe less, depression, maybe less drug and alcohol abuse, and suicide rates. Just know that you're worth it, and know that you have the power and the ability to shift your focus, and that you deserve it. You deserve to feel good. Every single person deserves to feel good. And when you do that, there's a ripple effect, and it keeps going and going and going and going, and it's beautiful. And that's where so much of life's magic is created from, is from those high loving frequencies, when everyone, or when a person is in a state of love and joy. So that's what I wanted to say, and I really hope that this will resonate with somebody, and give them a little tool to put in their pocket. All you got to do is just keep switching your point of focus. Become conscious enough of it. When you start going off and that chatter starts running down a negative train, get in there and stop it. And replace it with something positive, and do it again and again and again and again and again, until your mind just starts going that way naturally. And then you'll be like, holy Hannah, I can't believe how good this feels. Like, I feel so good. Why do I feel so good? Because you're focusing on the good. And so you're going to keep getting good, and you'll start to see it more, because you're going to expand more and more, and you're going to see all the beautiful things over and over again, and you're going to find that you're living a life excited. You're going to feel excited. And I'd love to see that for everyone. Have a good day.